Some would call this an addiction. Some would call this dedication. I can't stop looking at the crypto charts. Inu. If you're not invested in Inu, bro, you just missed out, bro. Not yet. You didn't miss out yet. You can still invest today. If you invest right now into Inu, you have beat the curve. You have escaped poverty. Hey, you might have just became that millionaire. Or if you already, let's say you're already a millionaire, Inu could put you in that $1 billion status. You want to have fuck you money. You want to be in just a different goddamn realm. You know what I'm saying? Be a millionaire now. Start investing in Inu. That will take you to billionaire status, you know. If you want to reach like that type of pinnacle, invest in Inu. It'll change your life. You may be sitting on, you know, a few $100,000. Invest in Inu. You're going to be a multi-millionaire. Not just a millionaire, but a multi-millionaire if you invest properly. If you only have $100 in your bank account and you live paycheck to paycheck, guess what? Invest in Inu. If you're dollar cost averaging into Inu, depending on how much you get in there, depending on how many coins you hold for positioning, will determine whether you become in the six-figure club. You know what I'm saying? Whether you make 50, 60,000, or, you know, whether you touch $1 million or 2 million. You know what I'm saying? It's just all going to depend on how much you dollar cost average in, you know, how many coins you're holding, and how long you're going to hold, right? Because we might see a slight jump where it actually shoots up, and then your account maybe go from $100 to 20,000, 30,000. Now, are you going to pull out, or are you going to see if, you know, within the next 24 to 48 hours, is it going to shoot up even more crazy, right? But the thing is, in those 24 to 48 hours, it can drop significantly to back where it was, you know what I'm saying? Your shit may be at 20 to 30,000 for a day, and then back down to $100. And it may stay at 100 and go back to doing what it does for a whole another year. It can do that, you know? So it's really going to be up to you whether or not, like, is 20 to 30,000, is that okay for me to sell? And if you've never seen that kind of money, it'd probably be smart for you to do so, right? Let's say you sell when your shit's at like 30,000. Boom, you sold. The next day, that shit drops back to it's, you know, that original price where you were buying in at. Well, now you just came up 30 G's, bro. You came up 30 racks. It's solidified. You have it. The price done drop back down. You can easily put that $100 back in that you put in and get the exact same amount of coins that you have, and then just hold again. Wait for the, you know, market to skyrocket back up. You may wait a year or so, but at least you came up. You know what I'm saying? If you just held and you just left it alone, well then, you know what I'm saying, it's still the same thing. You still have your positions. You just missed out on some money that, you know what I'm saying, you could have got in, and, you know, you could have re-put $100. You could have threw $100 back down. Like, you came up 30 racks. You know what I'm saying? What's $100? But, you know, it's different, you know. It's different for everybody. Everybody's not going to come in at the same time. You know, to a millionaire, $30, you know, or I'm sorry, 30 bands, it's probably not worth pulling out. You might as well just, I'll just leave it in, because if it does shoot up from this point, you know, I want to be ready for that. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what your needs are in the crypto space. You know, crypto is a lot more than just looking at the charts. You know, they say don't put your emotions into it, but it's very emotional, right? Everybody don't got the same bills, you know. Everybody doesn't have the same debt. Everybody don't owe people the same amount of money. Everybody don't got the same situation where they got to pay for certain things, you know what I'm saying? Clear their name, do this, and that, have different type of fees they got to pay. Everybody's situation is different. Everybody's crunch time is different, you know what I'm saying? They could be in a life or death situation when it comes to the finances, right? Some other folks may just be playing around. They're already well off. They're just playing around on this shit. Some other folks, you know, this shit is life or death, right? So this shit is serious. So crypto's a lot more than just numbers on a screen. There's a lot of emotion involved. But they tell you, leave your emotions out of crypto. It's hard to do that though, you know, when the odds are very different for each person. Every single person, you know, the odds are different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not gonna be satisfied with the same, you know, with the same number. Everybody's rich isn't the same number. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's wealthy isn't the same number. Everybody's, oh, with this amount, I'd be well off. It's not the same number for everyone. So you got to do what's best for you. So don't ever follow no one else's crypto shit down to the T. Like, obviously, you know what I'm saying? If you know somebody who's been very successful and they're like, hey, you should probably invest in these coins, da-da-da-da-da. Go ahead and invest in them if you want to. But also, you know what I'm saying, do your own research and invest in some coins that you think, you know, have potential or can do something, or that you know, possibly believe in the project. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just do some of your own research. And that'll dictate a lot of things. But crypto's gonna make a lot of people so much money. And if you're not in the crypto space, there's really, you know, it's not like we feel sorry for you, but it's just like more so of, all right, we kind of told you so, like, and it'll just be that, because it's like, we told you so. Like, it's not rocket science to download Coinbase and start investing. Like, I get some of these other exchanges, some of these other apps, you know, are harder to navigate. You know what I'm saying? They look super complex and the screen just looks out of control. You can't read anything. It looks like computer science. It just looks crazy. You know what I'm saying? Coinbase don't look like that. You know what I'm saying? Coinbase is very simple. You know, their charts are very easy to read. You know what I'm saying? Easy to navigate, easy to control. I do have some of these other exchanges, you know, like OKX and shit like that. You know, I have some of these other platforms, but I only use those to, you know, get different information, right? Get different information, you know, look at the different market caps, you know. Sometimes they may be more updated on like Coin Market Cap or, you know, different exchanges. You gotta, I like to just check the charts on different apps and exchanges and shit, and then go back to Coinbase and make my decisions. You know, Coinbase and Coinbase Wallet, more so Coinbase Wallet. Only got a couple things on Coinbase. More so everything is on the Web3 wallet. But if it don't got that Coinbase listing, you know, I'm not sure that I want to invest in it. That's just me though. You gotta check the audit reports and like everything. Like, does the coin have if the coin has a self-destruct mechanism, I'm not too sure I want to get involved with that, you know. Found out one of the coins I'm invested in, you know, has that mechanism, the self-destruct mechanism. So I swapped, like, because it was up last night too, but it was only up literally an extra like $150 from what it was. So I just pulled out like, what did I pull out? I pulled out like $80 from it. Still left, you know, all the other, you know, coins and funds that we have in there. Still left those in there. Basically just took some extra profits and just moved it to a different crypto, right? Because I'm not gonna cash out $80. What is that gonna do for me? It's not gonna do anything for me. So we just moved it to some different cryptos and increased our positions in a different space and a different setting. One that's more reliable in terms of, you know, the audit report. Like, I can't have faith in a coin that has a self-destruct button where it can, you know, erase everything. That's not something that I would consider going all in on. Can definitely take the risk though, and you know, invest in it. Like, I still have I think I still have 25 million coins for that project, and if it gets to its all-time high, that'll easily, you know, make me, like, after the calculations, I don't know the exact number, but I know I would pull in like 40,000 or some shit. A little more than 40,000. So we just left the coins where they are for that, and basically, if that coin is able to get to that all-time high, that was only there for a day, right? It had reached its peak for a day, probably like 12 hours, and then it dropped completely all the way down, and it's been very low. So it does have a chance to do that, but with that coin at this point, we're just gonna hold. We're not gonna sell. I know I moved some positions last night just because, like I said, it was up in the market, finding out what I found out. And also, what I just explained is an example of FUD: fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Stop having your emotions into it, you know. You could have just left it where it was, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like it was necessary. Like I'm saying, everything is going to be different for everyone in the crypto shit. But try not to fall into FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, you know. Unless you just feel like this is just a smarter play, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to never just sell and just, you know, withdraw the money to put in a bank account to spend on nothing. Like, that's stupid, right? If you're gonna be like, okay, you know what, I'm actually gonna take some positions from this crypto and move it to this crypto because I feel like it has a better chance to 10,000x. You know, that's a good play, you know? It's an acceptable play, but be careful. But I'm gonna tap in with y'all later.